Do you plan on getting any more plastic surgery? By the way, you look great. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. So in today's video, we are going to be doing an 8-week update on a boob job. So I have done 2 previous videos, which if you have not seen those, I highly recommend it. One of the videos is basically going to be from before I got the boob job, answering a lot of your questions. There's timestamps on it, so feel free to go over there and jump around. The other video is basically after I got my boob job, plus a little bit of the surgery stuff is going to be in there as well. So go head over there. If you're interested in a boob job at all, you should definitely see both of those videos. But in today's video, I asked y'all to ask me some questions over on Instagram, which if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow my Instagram right here. Go follow my eyelash Instagram right here and be a part of the family. And while you're at it, go press that subscribe button. You know this is not the first video of mine you are watching, so please press that subscribe button and turn the bell on. It helps support me and my channel and my family, and I really, really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into your questions. When you get implants, does it change the direction or position of the nipple, or is that pre-done? So when you get just a breast augmentation, that only adds the implant in there. If you do a lift or something like that, or the resizing of the nipple, then that definitely does change the position of the nipple or the direction or whatever. It can even change the shape of the nipple and how like big the areola, is it called areola, is? Yeah, for me personally, I did half under the muscle, half over the muscle, so it gives a slight lift, but not a full lift. I will have all of my stats down below for if you want to know that. And if you do want to see what I looked like before the boob job, go check out that first video, because then you can really see the before and the afters. But as far as like all the details and the measurements, I will have it linked down below with my doctor's information as well. Pain on a scale of 1 to 10, and ultimately, was it worth it? For me, pain on 1 to 10, I'm gonna say probably around a 2, but that is with pain medication. It's mostly just like tightness and soreness. It doesn't feel like you're suffocating or anything. It just feels like you have like a tough chest workout, so it's a little bit sore. If you do the implant over the muscle instead of under the muscle, they're not cutting into the muscle, so your recovery time is going to be shorter. It's probably not going to be as much pain as if you go underneath the muscle, which you can see all of the pros and cons of going under versus over the muscle in my other videos. How do your nipples feel? So in the last video, I did tell y'all that this nipple actually still has feeling, whereas this nipple kind of went out the window. And truthfully, this nipple still has feeling. It's a little bit less, it's not as sensitive. And this nipple like still kind of doesn't have feeling, but like around it does have more feeling. But it's not even just the nipples themselves. Like there are places in the boobs like I truly can't feel, and other places that I can feel. So it's the nerves all over, not just in that point. What size cup are you? Alrighty, so I have actually not gone and done like a real bra fitting with a real bra. I've literally just been hanging out in like sports bras and taking just all the padding out because they're the most comfortable. But I'm not going and exercising in them. I'm not going and running or anything like that, because there's like definitely like no support. They would just be like broop, broop, broop. I did try on a bra from SheFit that I ordered, which I wasn't a big fan of. I got some weird gapping in here, but the support, if you were going on a jog, like they were hugged in there. And when I did their sizing chart and I did my measurements, it was a 30H. So yeah, previously I was wearing a 32B, so you can put that in perspective. But yeah. How significant are your scars? My scars are not healed. Once again, my scars are not healed. So you're gonna see they still look like little bitty red marks underneath, but I'll go ahead and show them to you. So on this one, it looks like this. And on this one, it looks like this. Now you can see this one is like right underneath, whereas this one is a little bit higher. And that was because my boobs were actually on 2 different levels, which I didn't know about, but my doctor's a professional and he definitely showed me. So my doctor corrected that, so my boobs are completely even. I did do silicone breast implants. I know if you do saline, the silicone is pre-filled, so the scar has to be a little bit bigger to go underneath. If you did saline, they put the bag in there and then they put a tube and fill it up, so the scar is gonna be smaller if you're worried about that. They also have different ways to put the implant in, in, whether it's through the nipple, the armpit, the belly button, or underneath like I did. But definitely just talk to your doctor, go over your options if the scar is something that you're concerned about. Did you have to get rid of a lot of tops that don't fit right anymore? So I was wearing an extra small to a small sports bra and a 32 small B, so everything had to go. And now I'm rocking in like a medium to a large sports bra, and I just take the padding out, and I like the comfier ones, kind of like just like the clothish ones. I have noticed like pretty much all of my stuff still fits me. It just fits differently. Everything seems to still appear to fit good, but like this would have been like way up here and stuff like that, so it just fits a little different. Did you have torpedo boobs? Very long, if ever. I hear that's a common thing. So I actually didn't have that as much. I did show y'all a picture before, and they're kind of like square shaped when you first get it because the implant has to drop and fluff, that's what it's called. And so they did have like a little bit of a square shape, but I didn't have too much of a torpedo look to them. I mean, the nipple and the boobs were a little bit puffy. Coming out of surgery, mine did already look not great, but like they look good already, and now they look great. Even my doctor was like, they look good. But I have heard that is a common thing, and yes, like I do know people who that happened to. How was your first flight back after recovery? Funny story, because I did get questions on this as well. It's like, when did I go back to work? What was it like going back to work? So I was cleared to go back to work at 3 weeks, although I did have a discussion with my doctor that we did still think that was kind of too soon, because you have to understand, as a flight attendant, I have to take a large luggage and lift it over my head and put it into the overhead bin. So when I did go back to work, I actually went back to work at 5 weeks or so, four and a half weeks, around there. And I only took suitcases that would fit underneath the seat. So I packed super, super, super light. You can kind of see that if you go back and watch some of my flight attendant vlogs. So I didn't have to lift anything overhead. When I did go back to work, I was the lead position. For the most part, I didn't have any issues. The only thing that was, like, I will say tough was closing the main cabin door, because you have to put a lot of weight into closing that door. And I did talk to a girl who got hers done, and she went back at like 2 or 3 weeks, and she said she couldn't even close the coffee thing, because it really does have like a lever and you gotta like kind of shove it down. But I don't think I actually could have gone back any sooner than that. Like, truthfully, just from my personal experience, I think like I would have gone back either then or a little bit after. I would not have gone back any sooner. But if you have like a normal desk job, it's going to be completely different than if you have like a more physical job like us, because you also have to realize too, like those beverage carts, like if you're working in the back, those are like over 100 pounds that you got to push. And plus, like if you are the galley position, you have to be taking all the soda trays and moving them around, the bags of ice and lots of other stuff. So there's a lot of weight to be moving in the back. That's why when you apply to be a flight attendant, they say like, can you lift 40 to 50 pounds? Because you really do kind of need to. Are you happy with the size they are? Settled? Would you like to have gone bigger? So I am super happy with the size I got. I think they look fantastic. They look so good. They fit my body proportion really, really well. So sizing wise, love the size I had. Would I have gone bigger? Maybe. Like if I have to get them done in the future, I might go maybe 50 to 100 cc's bigger. I wouldn't want to go too big. I didn't want them to be ridiculous, but I definitely wanted them to be there. You know what I mean? I didn't want the natural look. I wanted them to look more fake boobish, which is why I picked the implant that I picked, with the shape and the stuff that kept like a little bit more volume at the top, so you can see like they stay voluminous. So I don't like look at them and be like, dang, I wish I went bigger. It's just more of like, I could have gone bigger and I would have been okay with going bigger. I would not have been okay with going smaller. Okay? I would not have been okay with going smaller, and I almost did. When they say stick with your size, they mean it. Like they said, go to the size that like almost kind of scares you and then stop right there. And that's what I did, and I'm so happy and satisfied. I got exactly to a T what I wanted, where they still look kind of fake, but they also kind of look a little natural. I mean, I could not have asked for like a better doctor or a better boob job. Like this is perfect for me. How was the process of asking for the time off at work? Struggle a little bit. They will not give you time off for plastic surgery because it is cosmetic, it is not necessary, so they will not give you temporary FMLA. And even my doctor was like, well, can we do something where you say like you can't do your full duties at work? That I forgot what it's called, but that's like another option. But I was like, there's no way to do that because I don't have a manager on the plane. I don't have anybody like that. It's pretty much all on me. I have my responsibilities that I have to do, and like there's no way around it. So getting the time off, I had to take an entire leave of a month month. How long until you are able to do your normal activity? I'm right now at like 8 to 8.5 weeks, and I feel like I have full activity back. Now there are soreness times, like I said, closing the main cabin door. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's sore. I mean, you know, when it doesn't feel comfortable, but for the most part, like I feel like I can do most of my normal activities. Have strangers treated you any differently now that you have bigger breasts? Not that I've noticed. And I mean, on the plane, like our uniform is not the most flattering. It's not the most figure flattering, and I haven't like taken mine in like I should, which is probably another thing. So definitely on the plane, I haven't noticed at all. In real life, I might get a little bit more stares, but no, people still don't pay me any attention. They didn't care about me before, and they don't care about me now. What type of scar cream are you using? I will pop up a picture right here just so you see, and I will link it down below. I'm not gonna say it's the best scar cream, and if you really are like concerned about the scars, then probably do a little bit more research than I did. All I really did is just try and find a silicone based scar cream because I heard those work the best. I did look at the reviews a little bit, and I shopped around a little bit, but I really didn't like go into the research. Getting mine done, I'm a worrier. Me too. I was so worried. I almost went into a full panic attack and backed out of the surgery the night before. No joke. I really almost did it. Then the next day after I did the surgery, I wanted to like laugh at myself. It was, what a joke. What a joke. It really is just like the best sleep you have. Like, you have no responsibility. Just pick a good doctor. Like, I had never been in surgery. I never had anesthesia. I freaked out, but realistically, your only job is find a good doctor and find the implants you want and make some good decisions about your implant. Make sure that you have a good team of people helping you make the right decisions for the look that you want. Like, my doctor put in all of the work, which once again, I'll have him linked down below because he really is just like, he did so good. Are you nervous at all about breast implant illness? That's what's holding me back. Okay, so this is a hot topic. Before I get into this, I do want to say I do not want to discredit any woman who thinks that she has breast implant illness, or any woman who thinks that she's showing symptoms of it or who does have it. I don't want to discredit any of them, but I will say breast implant illness is extremely rare. Now, technically, they do not even recognize breast implant illness as a syndrome or a sickness or whatever you want to call it. They do not recognize this. And I think that's why, even though that the people that have it or think they have it are a small minority with a very loud voice, because they don't like the fact that they feel like they have this and nobody's recognizing this as an issue. So even though they might be this very small minority, they have a very loud voice, which means that they want this out there. They want people to know that there are risks to having breast implants. So take that for what you will. I do also think that breast implant illness and complications and things like that can come from when you do not heal with your breast implants properly, among other things, but we're not going to get into all of that and if it should be recognized or any of like the sensitive topics of it. All I'm just saying is it is a very small number with a very loud voice. So was I concerned? No, I was never really concerned about getting breast implant illness, but was I conscious of the fact that this was there? Absolutely. You need to know that this is there, and you should look into it. You should go into any decision making, like understand that there are risks with every single surgery, but no, it was never like a big thing of mine. I didn't think it was going to be an issue, which it hasn't been. I don't have a single like illness or thing that I feel like relates to my breast implants. But once again, I do not want to discredit anybody who does have it or thinks they have it or anything like that. I did have side effects of anesthesia though. I did have like things like my hair was starting to fall out in a larger amount and things like that, which has completely gone away. I did take biotin and collagen and have still been taking them, and now I've noticed like the hair fallout is like right back to normal, so that's great. But yeah, anesthesia does have side effects. So when you're getting side effects after surgery, understand like that doesn't just have to be because of the implants, it can be from anesthesia. Do you still have to sleep on your back? No, I have been able to sleep on my sides a bit more. I do try and alternate as I'm sleeping which side I'm on, and I do notice if I start leaning over to my front, I do wake up with some soreness. It does not feel great, and so I did start using that pregnancy pillow kind of as a blocker again, because there was a period where I wasn't using that, and when I'm on my layovers in the hotel, I literally like stack up pillows around me to keep me from like really rolling over. Sometimes I do still sleep on my back, just like if I have like too much soreness from sleeping on like the sides, then I go ahead and sleep on my back. Update on the pregnancy pillow. When I was on pain medication, I had zero problems being able to sleep. I went to sleep just like that, and that was because of the pain medication. Apparently, because I sleep on my stomach, I've never been able to sleep on my side or my back. So when I was off the pain medication and now had to sleep on my back, it was so hard. So I did talk to my doctor about taking melatonin, which after I started taking melatonin, I had no issues sleeping again. Yeah, definitely talk to your doctor if you are having issues sleeping, but you'll know. I mean, you just listen to your body. You're gonna know like when it feels comfortable and when it doesn't, and anything that does not feel comfortable, do not do it. Just go back to your back and take a little bit of melatonin or whatever your doctor recommends you to take. Okay. We are thinking about one, but we will wait till we have kids. Why did you do it now? I'm guessing because you said it's like you and your partner that are going into this idea, and just make sure it's 100% what you want to do to your body. I feel like I have to say that. And no, you do not need plastic surgery, but if you want it, obviously, like I'm pro plastic surgery. Do whatever you want to your own body and don't let anybody tell you any different. And the same with tattoos and other stuff, because I love when I get comments like that, and it's just like, mind your body, mind your business, and mind your body. Why did I choose to do it now is because I do not want kids. Sorry, it's just not in the future plans that I have. Maybe I'll change my mind someday. I don't think so, but I don't want kids. So yeah, I went ahead and did it. Plus, like, boob jobs aren't forever. Like, implants have like a certain life period. So usually the life period of an implant is around 10 years. I know my implants have a lifespan of around 20 years, which is fabulous. Gravity exists, and your implants are gonna be no exception to gravity and things like that. And honestly, even if I was gonna have kids, like, then yeah, maybe I'll have them redone later on, and that'll be my financial strain. But I don't know, I didn't wanna wait any longer, and I don't know why I waited this long to begin with. What's been the biggest adjustment? Has just been my sleep, I think. And then not working out. I don't know why I said, well, yeah, sleep too, but not working out was the biggest adjustment because I didn't get to work out. I didn't work out 1 week prior because I didn't want any soreness going into my surgery. Then I couldn't work out for 6 weeks and quarantine happened. So literally I went into like no working out. So I have been out of the gym for 2.5 months or something like that, and I am a gym rat. Can you still breastfeed? Talk to a doctor beforehand, but from everything that I have read anywhere, yes, you can still breastfeed. Are you glad you decided to open about your boob job journey? I'm glad you're an open book. I mean, I didn't have anything. So if you're going from nothing and then you show up with boobs, it's gonna look like real weird. It's gonna, like, people are gonna notice. They're gonna be like, whoa, where did those cannonballs come from? You know what I mean? So I feel like it was a topic that I had to address in one way or the other. Now, I will say this, which is a little bit funny, is I actually lost quite a few subscribers after I made my boob job videos for whatever reason. I guess because like I do a lot of travel content and travel stuff. Like when I do any kind of video that is different from that, even though like I do try and mix up the content a little bit, people don't seem to like it. So like, yeah, I did lose subscribers when I made those videos, but do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I feel like I'm getting to help other women and other people with their journeys. Do you feel like they are heavy, or is it easy to adjust to the change? Truthfully, like when I first got them done, I was like sitting like this, like it's just your chest is so tight, like you really can't pull your shoulders back. Like even when you try, they really just don't go back, which now like they like completely go back. So like that, I was like hunched like this, and they felt like heavy right after I got it done, but like now they don't feel heavy at all. They just feel like they're just a part of me. Did you have to get a new uniform after you had your boob job? Yes. So funny enough, I had to go from a 00 in my dress. That's pretty much like the only like uniform piece I really like to wear is the dress. So I went from a 00 in the uniform dress up to a 2 just simply because of my boobs, and even like the 2 is like a wee bit tight on the boobs. So yes, I did. Do you feel happier in yourself? I feel like I was happy before and I'm happy now, so I don't want to say like I feel happier. I like how they look. I feel fantastic with how they look, but like boob jobs are not going to fix your problems. Like, let me just tell you, cosmetic surgery is not going to fix your problems. That's like putting a band-aid on a crack. It's not going to do anything. So let me be very clear. If you're unhappy before, you're going to be unhappy after. If you're happy before, you're going to be happy after. So yeah. How long were you sore for after surgery? 2 weeks, probably like 2 to 3 weeks. There was like some soreness in there, but like now it's really not bad at all. Does anyone with a boob enlargement get back pain like naturally large breasted women? I'm sure of this. I'm sure. I mean, some of these boob jobs are big. I mean, big. But yeah, so I'm sure how are you not gonna have back pain. How? Like how? But I don't. Do they feel soft or firm or just right, like Goldilocks? So they're getting softer every day. Like every day I notice them getting a little bit softer. Like they're definitely like squishy, like they're not whatever, but I do notice like still right in here where like the skin is like a little bit thinner. Like this is where like it's still pretty firm right here, but like underneath and stuff like that, like they're definitely softer. Can you touch on cost, what your consultation was like, and how you told people in your life? I didn't really tell anybody in my life, and in fact I think most people found out from my YouTube. Whoops. Cost I covered in the first video, so go over there to learn all about the cost of different stuff, because I'm gonna go into like why things cost maybe a little bit more or not more. What was the consultation like? The consultation is also going to be in my first and my second video, because like I go into the first consultation and the second consultation. You do 2 usually before your surgery. How soon can you start sleeping on your stomach again? I don't know, I'd have to look into that, but I can tell you right now at 8.5 weeks, Do you plan on getting any more plastic surgery? By the way, you look great. Thank you so much. I don't have any plans right now for any more plastic surgery. I have been offered to partner with the plastic surgery place that I got my boobs done. I didn't get any sponsorship or anything from my boobs, I've said that before, but they did ask me to partner with them on the spa side of things if I wanted to. So after like the coronavirus and this whole quarantine thing slows down and they start opening back up again, I probably will be partnering them with stuff like facials and other things, and we'll see when that comes. Did you have drains that had to be removed post-op? I did not have drains. A lot of people usually have drains when they do lifts, so when they get breast augmentations plus a lift. I think that's going to be doctor specific on what they want to do and everything like that, but I personally did not have drains at all. I did see a few of those questions about drains, because the next one says like, have you had any weird leaking? My friend got hers done and they both leaked, and I'm guessing your friend had drains and that's where they were leaking from. I didn't have any leaking, any nothing. Were you ever scared the glue on the incisions would come off in the shower or something? No, because it's supposed to fall off on its own. So like when it does fall off, it falls off. Like I said, mine came off at 5 weeks instead of 2 to 3. So I was almost scared like it was staying on too long and it was already supposed to be gone, which they told me like when I did my 3-week appointment. It was my 5-week appointment got canceled because of the whole coronavirus and whatever. They were like, please don't come in. If you want to do an online thing, we can do it online, which I was like, no, it's fine. But yeah, so when I went in for my 3-week appointment and the glue was still on there, they were like, it's perfectly normal, it's fine, do not pick at it, it will fall off on its own, which it did. Have they finished healing completely? Probably would say no. I know for sure my scars haven't healed completely. They have completely dropped into the pocket. I know at 8-week mark, like this is completely as they're going to drop. They're still going to soften up a bit, and I think it takes like officially like 6 months to a year before they're like considered fully healed. What was the recovery like? Were you out of it from being under anesthesia at all afterwards? So definitely if you want to see like more of like the recovery and stuff that I went through, go see that second video that I did, which will be down below, because like that I kind of went into like the full recovery at, I think it was like up to like the 2nd week. It was like the 1st or 2nd week, but that was pretty much it. The only thing that was like still difficult is like things like this, like you can't like push off and like lift yourself up. Other than that, that was the worst part of the recovery. You're gonna see in that second video. How long did your husband have to assist you to use the restroom and the shower? I think it was pretty much like a week to a week and a half, and that was it. After that, I was pretty much able to do everything by myself. How long did it take mentally and physically to get used to your new look? Oddly enough, like it took like no time at all. Maybe a day. Can you see your feet? Yes, I can see my feet. I mean, I just have to bend over a little bit. Like if I look straight down, I don't know. I can't see, this is true. I cannot see like past here to here. So here to here, all of this space right here, I cannot see. I have to be in a mirror to see any of that stuff. But other than that, I can still see my feet and everything. Do they feel foreign, like they shouldn't be there? They definitely don't feel foreign. They feel like they should be there. They feel like they're a part of my body. It's just like, I don't know, because I know that they're implants. I'm like, hey, it's an implant. They feel like real boobs. They look like real boobs. Maybe they look a little bit faker than real boobs, but yeah, they don't feel foreign in your body or anything like that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.